Alright guys, let me tell you about Rebecca Kathleen Reid, also known as Becky. She has been missing since 1997 from Eugene, Oregon. So at the time of her disappearance, Becky was a store manager at a local store, Dairy Mart, which at the time it was called Grocery Cart. But Dairy Mart is located off Highway 99 in Eugene, Oregon. I've driven past the store 1,000 times in my life. But she was the manager there. She was closing, so they suspect that she was probably cleaning up, getting ready to countertill. It was around 1 o'clock in the morning. So there was an eyewitness that was outside, I believe. There's kind of been conflicting stories whether it was somebody outside that was just collecting cans, but according to the Eugene police cold case, it was said that this eyewitness was a regular customer and that he had seen Becky being taken out of the store at knife point and put into a truck. Now, this eyewitness said that it was unlike her to leave the store unattended, so he then called 911. Now, the suspect was described as being a white male in his late 20s to mid 30s, about 5'9", 165 to 185 pounds, that he had shoulder-length brown hair, a mustache, and some face stubble. His vehicle was described as being a 70s or early 80s compact to mid-sized pickup truck with a white canopy. They said that the truck was either white or light colored and that it had a horizontal stripe going down the driver's side of the truck, which you don't see trucks like that very often. So that was kind of interesting. That the witness said that it was not an extended cab, and it doesn't sound like he had the best description of the suspect or the vehicle. So I'm just wondering, how far away was the suspect? How reliable was the suspect? I also want to mention that her husband, Daryl, was immediately ruled out as a suspect. There has been no sign of Becky since January 27th of 1997. There has been no leads, nothing on this cold case. And what's really interesting is that about a month later, there was another attempted abduction at a nearby grocery store, but police quickly said that they did not believe that there was any kind of connection between that situation and the disappearance of Becky. And of course, if you have any information, please contact the Eugene Police Department. There is a cold case unit there that has been trying to bring more light onto to Becky's case. So if you have any information, please contact them. There is also a link on their website that you can submit a tip anonymously. If you have any information, if you remember anything, if you remember a truck with that description, if this guy looks familiar, anything that could help with the case. And if you remember anything about this case, if you lived in the area at the time, drop it in the comments. Let me know. Let me know if you knew Becky, if you knew anything at the time, because I would imagine that this was a pretty scary situation at the time, especially for women that worked at stores late at night. So anyways, let's get this information out there. Hopefully some information is found to help find some justice for Becky and some closure for her family.